There's this beautiful tradition of family farming on the coast that's quietly and rapidly disappearing, and we don't want to see that happen. There's all this knowledge of the soils, the water, climate, what it takes to produce crops. We don't want to see that disappear.
The Garibaldi family came over from Italy in 1892. I'm the fourth generation, my son and daughter the fifth. Our family came to Pescadero to grow in this nice ranch 44 years ago.
The flower market was good in the early days, and we did it for 40-something years, and we're successful at it.
At one time, there were 48 vendors that grew their own stuff. Then it started changing. South America got involved.
Everything we grew, they grew, and they grew it better and cheaper. In the last 10 years, when the business kind of started going south, and then the decision was made a year ago to call it quits, and it was pretty heart-wrenching.
68 years going to the market, and you just cold turkey quit. When 5 generations have been doing this, that was hard to take.
Over the last 10 years, we at Pie Ranch have developed a diverse operation and educational farm. We have been looking for a partner to scale what we've learned to a sustainable working farm. The Año Nuevo site offered the perfect venue to do this.
Out of nowhere, this nice gentleman living across the street from us came in to visit us. We started talking, and immediately we hit it off. We said, this is going to work.
We're not just looking at creating a sustainable farm, but we're really wanting to have, from production all the way through to consumption, be sustainable. We needed the upfront operating capital and customer base to make this idea a reality.
One of the unique aspects of Google being located in Mountain View is we're so close to so many great farms. And what we're trying to do over here is to provide Googlers with delicious, nutritious, local food, but actually make the connection with food as well. So as a large organization, we have committed that we're going to buy this year and over the years to come a large part of his farm production up front. So we're providing with the cash flow, so actually he doesn't have to worry about will he be able to pay the bills as he's waiting for his crops to grow.
This project is giving us the opportunity to develop an innovative CSA. In a traditional CSA, you have a group of customers in your community who support a farm financially throughout the season and in return get a share of the harvest. Google is committing in advance like a CSA member would. This not only allows us to take the best care of the land, but also the people who are working the land.
I get to keep my crew, and that meant a lot. I told Jared, I'm on board only if you keep these guys, because if not, I don't want to stay, you know. Without them, we're nothing.
They know the soil, they know the systems. If it weren't for them, we would not be able to hit the ground running and growing the diversity of crops that we wanted.
It helps that local community, Pescadero, to remain viable. It helps us to connect actually Googlers with the original food, a farmer.
We're going to be able to integrate what's being eaten in the cafe during the day coming from the farm with what can be taken home by an employee over the weekend.
The Schmidt Family Foundation's mission is to support programs that are environmentally and economically viable and support local communities.
Which is why we are working closely with the two partners, Pie Ranch and Google, to prototype a new financing model that enables smaller farms to sell their produce upfront and directly to large organizations and stabilize their cash flows.
So the Schmidt Family Foundation has played a critical role by providing us financing. And that helps us take care of some of the immediate needs of getting started, like buying equipment. But beyond that, this allows us to develop a whole new supply chain option for farmers. We're excited. We've got our first planting of wheat and barley and vegetable crops like the peas and fava beans and chard and kale. So we're rolling.
Now the ranch, I look, it's like, okay, we got wheat growing out there, and it's like, okay, that's a first. I've never seen it. We're going to eventually have animals and pasture. It's like, wow, but I'm excited about it. It's a change in the right direction.
We're going to continue on as far as we can go.
We're just super excited about the potential of having this model move us from an anonymous food system to one where relationships help to drive sustainability.
So success for me would be if large organizations over here in the Bay Area, in the US or around the world, would actually learn from this model and apply it and probably do it even better than we can imagine as of today.